Oh, the recording is continuing. So to create an AWS account, obviously you go to Google and then you search for creating an AWS account. You can follow on those who haven't done it or anybody who wants to do it again. You can follow on. It's fairly easy. And then you create an account. Now, this is where the trick is. Okay, I'm going to create the account with my own Gmail account. I can use any account that I own. So I'm going to use my Gmail account. Okay. .com. Now, what AWS has done is you can't have one AWS account is equal to one email address. So if you want to open a two AWS account, you will need two email addresses. Okay. To get away with having to create multiple email addresses, what you do is you add plus before your @ sign, and you can put anything you want. And this one, what I'm going to do, because I'm going to delete it after, I'm going to do to delete. Okay, so this will make it look as if it's a new email address. Okay, now you put any account name. This account name is specific to the AWS account that you're creating. You're giving it an account name, the name of the account because you can have thousands of AWS accounts, and to manage it, each one can have a name, a specific name. Normally we use the purpose that you created the account for to identify it. So this one, I'll call it to delete. Okay. And then I verify the email address. Okay. I have to verify the email address. So they will send a verification code to that email address. Yeah, so I should receive there. Okay, and as you can see, it was sent to Bernard upon plus to delete. This doesn't specifically apply to only AWS. It also applies to any email address that someone asks you. If someone asks you for any email address, you can, just to identify who the email address is coming from, you can do this. And that means that whenever they send you an email, you will see it and you know that it's coming from this. So if you have a bank account, you're creating anything that you do online, it will help you sort your email address out. Anyway, that's by the way. So you get the verification code and then you verify. Okay.
Now, so just wait. So you said you put plus, but then they still send the verification code to the same your original email address.
Yeah. It sees it as a new email address, but it's not. It's the same email address. So as you can see here, the email that was sent from to has the plus in it. So this is the email address now. Okay. So this is a new email address that has more or less been created, but it's coming to my same email address, email system. Else you have to create a new email every time you create an AWS account.
Okay.
So at the moment, AWS has registered in their database that this AWS account, this is the email address that is associated to it. Okay. So
I didn't get the part that you said we should add a plus. Why are we adding the plus to?
Okay. So again, you have a number of email addresses. Let me go back here. Okay, let me create a new file. Okay.
So basically, your own address, you don't need the email address. You don't need to do anything. Just add plus before the at.
Yeah,
and that's it.
So basically, one AWS account is equal to one email address. Yeah, means that if I want to create account A, I need to have email address a@gmail.com. If I want to create account B, I need to have B or C D @outlook.com, and so on and so forth. Any account that you create, you need one email address. One email address is equal to one AWS account. That means that you're going to have to go and create these email addresses one by one before you come and create AWS account. So if I want to create two AWS accounts, I have to go and create two Google email addresses. Now that's hard to manage. So what has happened here is I will create one AWS account. I have my main email address. Yeah. So I have my main email address, and this is my main email address, and I need to learn how to spell main. My main email address, yeah. What I have to do to be able to use the same email address for multiple AWS accounts, it will be A is equal to main plus A @gmail.com. And then B will be the same. B is equal to main plus, and I'll add CG because I did CG @gmail.com. In the end, I'm using the same email address, and in the back end, they will send it to the same email address. They will send it, but they will see it as if it's a new email address. You get my point? Chris, is it clear now?
Yes, I get it.
Exactly. So that's how they are doing it. And that means I can create another AWS account now. All I have to do is to make sure that the to delete is a different name. I can put whatever I want there. Okay. So when you get the verification, you go to the next stage. This is where you put your password. Okay. Remember, today we are not learning about AWS. Today is not AWS at all. What we're doing today is we are creating an AWS account. We are setting up and preparing tools that we will use to go about and create and do the course. Now, what will happen is I will be using Linux because yesterday I explained that Linux is the widely used operating system in the industry. Okay, Windows is there, but Linux is servers are run with Linux, most servers. Okay, so I'll be focusing on Linux, but the course, everybody might have a different environment, laptop, operating system. Someone might have Windows, someone might have Linux, someone might have Mac, or so on and so forth. So what we are going to do is we're going to have a uniform environment that we'll all use going forward. So if I'm running a command in Linux, it's not that I have to go and find an example command for Windows, example command for Mac, example command for this. Okay. The idea is all the same, but each operating system has different ways of achieving the same. They use different commands. Like in Mac, if you want to update the Mac system, the update might be different command, but the idea is to update the system. You get my point? Okay. So what we're doing is we're going to create an environment in AWS that we will all use going forward. There will be a stage where we will learn AWS, but today focus is not on AWS, just that AWS has a tool that allows us, that will allow me to achieve this purpose. Okay. So that's why I'm creating an AWS account, and we're going to create the environment and then go for it. So this here is not for you to learn. This is not, we are not learning AWS now. We will get to that in later stages. Okay. So you get to this stage and then you create your password. Okay. It has to match, and AWS does help you check if your password is dodgy. They will tell you if your password is has been used or is
oh yeah, they told me that it's publicly leaked.
It's good. Yesterday someone else,
and that is my popular password.
You change it today. Today God has been good to you. You change it today. Make sure that that password is changed or across all your board. Okay, so you select personal. You're not using it for business. We could use business for work, but just use personal. And of course, they need to know who you are. So you put your name, your telephone number, and where you are, your address, and everything. And you have to agree. Okay. You're not going any further if you don't put these. Don't put any telephone number you don't have. It's not going to work. It has to be you, specifically you. Yeah. Has everybody gone past this stage?
Stop it. Stop.
Anybody not here yet? Alphonse and John Luke, you having internet issues in East Africa?
Yeah, kind of.
Are you at this stage? John Luke?
Not.
Okay.
Not yet.
Can you share your screen? Let's help you get here. Remember, during this course, I'm going to expect everybody to follow along. Well, those who did it yesterday, I'm not expecting you today. But sometimes people do sit in the back end just watching the video and saying that I'll do it later. No. So when we're following steps, I'd like everybody to follow up. Okay. Because that's why we're here. Else, I'll just record the video and give it to you to go and watch. Who's going to share their screen, Alphonse or John Luke?
I can share mine, no problem.
Okay, share your screen. Does it allow you to share?
Trying to see if you can see it for now.
Let me stop sharing. But let me join the call as well with another account and see what you see, the problems you're facing.
Is it coming?
No, we haven't seen your screen yet. Yeah.
What about now?
Yeah. Yes, we can see your screen.
Okay. So actually, one of the reason I didn't want to follow up right away, I was trying to get my account ready to be used on this thing. That's why I didn't want to start right away. But Teams is not working for now. That's
It's
why
okay. I'll find a way. I'll find a way later for us to all share one Teams properly. But for now, let's just use the link as we're using. Yeah.
All right. So in that case, then I might continue use this one.
Yeah. So yeah, go to AWS. Okay, I need to type them. And when you join the call,
Sorry, was that me? I don't know.
It's muted.
Oh, whoever has two Teams open on different devices.
Okay.
Sorry about that. I logged in into another one, but it's muted. I don't know why. All right. So yeah, put your email address here. You need to put the plus before the. It's very important. The plus before the @ sign. Before the @ sign. And then anything, add anything. Just say delete. Just type delete because we're going to delete this AWS account after.
Okay.
Yeah. And then in the account name, just any name you want. You can use delete again. John Luke to delete or whatever. Anything. It doesn't matter. And then
so
verify
the email.
Yeah. I'm expecting everybody to create the AWS account because we're going to go in and do more. Without the account, we can't continue the course. Okay. So if you haven't done it, please, it's very important.
Is it going to come? This is the one. All right. Continuing with step 1 to 5 is not working. Are you sign up to an existing or
No,
just
continue.
seems like rejected for the first time.
And what would happen if you don't put a plus?
Password is publicly known. No, it's not going to allow you to use a password that has been leaked in the public space. They have a database of all passwords. John, look, your password is compromised. All passwords in the world, AWS have a database. And if your password is in that database, that means there's a leak.
Oh.
How did they get into that database? That's what they're saying. So they will not allow you to use that password to create an account in AWS because.
All right, just click continue to see what happens.
It will not go. It will not go forward.
You have to change. I tried.
You have to change the password.
Okay.
It will not pass this stage if your password is not.
No, Bernard, I was asking about the plus that you said while Jean-Luc was creating an email. Then you say you need to add plus. It's very important.
Yeah. I really do want people to pay attention when we are in the course, forms. Someone has already asked this question and I explained it thoroughly. Okay. I will go back again and explain it, but let's wait for Jean-Luc to get past this password issue. Seriously, it's really important that you pay attention, especially when people ask questions. It's your opportunity for you to understand better. Okay. I will go back again. Have you gone past that stage, John Alphonse?
Yes, but I think I didn't put the plus.
It's okay. It's not. Basically, what you've done is you cannot use that AWS account email address to open any AWS account anymore. So if you've used your normal AWS email address to create it, that is it. That email address can never open any other AWS account anymore. If you delete this AWS account, that's it. You're going to have to. You can use the plus going forward. But Jean-Luc.
You can
Yes.
you can just add 0 to your password. Just add 00, and then it should be okay to go.
Yeah.
I was trying to create a good one. Now I can see that's worked. Okay.
All right, my time is up. Good luck.
What do you mean your time is up?
I thought this lesson was 1 hour.
Yeah, it was meant to be 1 hour. Yeah. Well, where are you going?
I need to get ready for church.
Okay.
All right. Talk to you guys later.
Bye.
So,
as I said, you can force the host to the stream. The host will have to drink. You can't force the host to drink the water.
what do you mean?
You don't know this saying?
I don't know, but I can guess.
Basically, you can force a host to the stream. You think the host is thirsty, and you force the host to the stream, but you cannot force the host to drink the water, can you? Because nobody can force anybody to drink anything. What it means is, I can get you here. Did you put 0 in front of it? I can get you here, force you to want to train you. It's not valid. And look what's going on.
I don't know. My phone is actually well typed.
Incorrect format.
Normally on the other platform we remove 0 because the 0 is picked on the code, but that also didn't work.
Have you looked at the number itself?
Yes, the number is correct.
Do you have any other phone number? Any other phone?
No. Nope.
Fred has
try
got
to find it.
several AWS accounts.
I wanted, I added the 0. It should work.
Huh.
The phone number provided is not valid or incorrect format.
Yeah.
Space. Put space. Let me see.
Like this one?
Yeah. Is there a space in front of it?
It
And
can't
behind?
go.
Okay. And there's no space behind it. No. Okay.
No.
Enter. Let me see. Alphonse, were you able to pass this stage?
Yes.
Okay, so it's your phone number then.
Okay, I'll figure out. I'm trying to put another one here.
Is she with you? Because you will need it.
Yeah.
Alphonse, John-Luc, you got a dodgy number. Right. Let me share my screen from here and continue.
Thank you.
Sorry, guys, those who are patiently waiting. I'm going to reduce the number of training that the amount of people, because all right, so you get to this stage and then you go to next. No thanks. At this level, I'm not going to share my screen. What you need is your bank details, and as you can see, it seems I have a lot. You put your bank card number, expiry date, the security code, your hold, and your address. The address that you use to create the account is normally what you should be, the one that is on your bank account. It's what you should be using to create your bank your address. Else, you have to put a new address. Okay. Right. So I'm going to stop sharing. Everybody get past this stage, and then we'll continue. So I'm going to add mine to it. Which card is this? See my pocket. It's the 3615 212. Yeah. Okay. Expiry date is 28. Okay. Let me know if you've passed that stage. It will do all of these things. Okay. It wants me to make sure that it's me. So it's going to, I need to verify from my bank and all that. This is exactly the same as you buying any old product online. Okay, so this one, I'm not going to teach you how to do that. It will take £1 or $1 out of your account and it will put it back. So just trying to check if it works. Has everybody gone past that stage?
Don't have the card with me now. Might do this later.
Okay. Chris.
Hello?
Have you managed to get to this stage?
Yes, I've passed the stage.
Okay. Eddie, you did it yesterday, or are you doing it
fast?
you need to also make sure that you check the requirements of each course that we do, because I put this information in the chat, what you need for this for today. Alphonse, John, look, you didn't see it.
I've seen it. I think we even discussed some time back, but I was not ready yet for it to reactivate my card again.
Anyway, I'll share this video. So the phone number, they will call you, and then you have to put this code in the phone before this can go any further. What happened? I put the code. Oh, retry. Wow. 8Y7D8S. I'm gonna call again.
Services. Using the touchpad on your phone, please enter the 4-digit PIN number that was displayed on your screen. We have successfully verified your PIN. Please return to Amazon Web Services to complete your registration. Thank you for your interest in Amazon Web Services. Goodbye.
There you go. I'll leave you to select whatever you want here. Okay, when you get to this stage.
Which one can you recommend?
No, I'm not going to recommend anything. Just select any one you want. I am selecting the first one because I like the word free. Look.
Congratulations.
Yeah, and that's it. I've created an AWS account. That's it. But then you have to then sign in to the AWS account. And when you're signing in, you need to sign in as root user. Okay. This is while you're still creating the AWS account. And this time you will need the email address that you used. So you can go to here and copy it. Okay. Come here, and then you need to put it here. It has to have the plus and whatever in it. Okay. And then you put the password. And then you sign in. Voila, you are in AWS. You have successfully created an AWS account. Has anybody not managed to get here? Of course, John Luke, you're not here.
I'm not here yet, but I will be soon.
Okay. So during the course, we'll be using AWS. So it's very important that you're able to create an AWS account and also delete it. So I'm going to delete this one after. Now, there's a service called Cloud9, AWS Cloud9. I'm not going to explain Cloud9 today. You can ask a question, but I'm just going to create a Cloud9, show you how to create one environment, and then that's it. We will not be explaining this. Is beyond the scope of this of today. Okay. All you need to know is that there's AWS service called Cloud9. Okay. And we are going to use Cloud9. During the course, we're going to always use the region North Virginia. Whatever you do, you need to make sure that you are in North Virginia. So AWS, I'll also explain this later, so don't worry too much. But just remember that you need to come here and select North Virginia. That's it. Okay. Whatever you do, make sure that this is set here, not Virginia. Okay. The account name when we're creating it is, remember you said to delete. That's what is set here as well. Okay. So not Virginia. And then we will create an environment. Okay. You can name it anyhow, because obviously you can create a lot more environments. And we're going to use T3 small, wasn't it? I need to update this document. Was it T3 small yesterday we used? I'll find out, don't worry. So EC2. This is beyond the scope as well, don't worry. I'm just trying to find a cheaper instance. T3, T2 micro. T2 micro. Yesterday was T3 small, wasn't it? Anyway, T2 micro. T2 micro. Let me add it here. Okay. So it's a T2 micro. New instance, T2 micro. It actually says it here, free tier eligible, ideal for education users and exploration. There, we select that one then. And then we select the Ubuntu server and we leave everything as default. That's it. That's all you have to do. You just make sure that it's using the one that says free. Okay. New instance. All you have to do is to put the name, check that it says free, and then leave everything as default and hit create. Okay. Those who have AWS accounts, can you get to this stage, please? Chris, are you there?
So I'm trying to get to that place.
Okay. Do you want to share your screen so we can help you?
So because I'm watching the video while doing it, I'm using my phone for that, because I don't want to leave the screen while I'm alternating between what you're sharing and what I'm doing.
Right.
Do you mind if I share?
Yes, you can. Alphonse, what happened to church?
He's not a church guy. Forget about that.
That's why I said you can force the host to the stream.
You can
We'll go there in the
service.
afternoon.
You can stream the service later.
You can force the host to the stream. Yeah, okay. So go to Cloud9. Don't go to EC2. Don't go to EC2 at all. I was using EC2 to check the free one.
Okay.
I just checking this on the screen, making sure that, yeah. So it's one word. Anyway, it comes. And then you click it there.
Okay.
Yeah, and then you click it there.
Let's see. This is how internet is in our area.
Yeah, sorry about that. Ghanaians also had a feel of it last year, early this year.
Yeah.
Eddie, are you at this state, please? And then you make sure that you are in North Virginia. Yep, you are there already. And then create the environment. Put any name you want.
Description no need, right?
No need.
Then I saw you.
make sure that this is free. That if you select any of them, it will take money from your card.
But you can see that they're
micro
by default.
Yeah, it says free, doesn't it?
Yeah, but
yeah.
It was selected by default.
Yeah, okay. Go down and then select the operating system that we are going to use. We are not going to use Amazon Linux. We're going to use Ubuntu. So click down and select Ubuntu server. And leave everything.
And what about this timeout?
Leave it to be default. Everything default.
Then I need to create.
Yeah.
Yes, we're there.
And then that's it. Eddie, are you here? Is Eddie here? Hello, Eddie. You're on mute if you're talking. Okay. Chris, did you pass that stage? Or have you got there?
Yes, I've passed that stage.
Right. Okay. Now let's continue. Okay. So we got to Cloud9, didn't we? So we're here. We created the environment. It's there looking at us. Nice. We just click open. And that's it. You have your integrated development environment. Okay. It's an IDE, and this is it. Oh. So what we have done now is create an AWS account and create an environment that we can all use during the training. Okay. So this is the Cloud9 environment. We will be using it. You can play around with it. Remember, this is free. All of this is free. You can go and watch a video about Cloud9. You can play around with this. It's a Linux environment. It's Ubuntu. So this is where we're going to do all of our training. Okay, we're going to use it to install things, practice things, and do stuff. So you need
so
one.
We'll not need Linux to be installed in our system. We just do it from there.
No, we're not going to be anything we will install, we'll do it here. We finish, we delete it, we throw it away. It's free.
All right.
We can do a lot here. Okay.
Can we create more than one environment?
Yes, you can create more. You can create more Cloud9 environments. You can create more AWS accounts. You can, yes, but what do you need more for?
In case you're managing multiple account.
Yeah. Well, I use Cloud9 in BBox. So learning Cloud9, I can give you some tasks that you have to go to Cloud9 to go and do. That's one thing that you can learn. You can just go to Google and learn AWS Cloud9, and that's it. Yeah, to give you more information about Cloud9. It's a very good tool. It's nice, and so on and so. There's more to Cloud9 to what I'm going to teach you. I'm just going to use it as an environment for us to work, but there's more to Cloud9. Okay. Anybody have any questions? So this is what we've done week 1. We've done our IDE, and we launched a free AWS Cloud9. We created an AWS account, and we got to the environment. Okay. I'll be drafting week 2. So check this document. I have shared the link in the chat. I will also share the link in WhatsApp. So make sure you follow this. This is the course that we're doing. And I'll put everything here as we go. Yeah. Now, you do not want anything hanging around. You don't want anything hanging around. It's a good practice to make sure that whatever you create in AWS, if you don't need it, you delete it, including the AWS account. Okay, so I'm going to perform that. It will take 5 minutes, and I'll delete everything here. You can leave it running if you don't want to go do this same process again next week when we come back. It's free. It's going to be free for 1 year. So it's not going to charge you. Okay. It shouldn't charge you. Tomorrow morning, when you wake up, actually, it's very, very important. Tomorrow morning, when you wake up, and if this AWS account is still there, make sure that you log in and go to billing. Okay. Go to billing, go to cost and billing and cost management, and then come here. No data available, data available. You want to see that it's not charging you anything. Okay, so it will have data by tomorrow. It says it takes 24 hours to pull in data, but I'm not going to wait for that. I'm going to kill it. So if you left yours running, you need to, the following morning, come here and check what the cost was yesterday. And if it's too much, then you know what to do. At the moment, we shouldn't be paying anything. You shouldn't. Well, you are paying something because the EC2 that you have created comes with some peripherals, comes with some attachments, and those attachments are not free. So a disk is not free, an IP address is not free. These two are not free, but it's extremely cheap. So in a day, you should pay less than 50 cents or 20 cents or something like that in a day. But as I said, I'm going to kill it. So what I'll do is to delete this, you go to EC2 and go to, this is another AWS service. We've gone to Cloud9. When we created the Cloud9 environment, it created a virtual machine and left it in the EC2. Okay, so the machine that is running, powering the Cloud9 is there. And that's what you're paying for. Okay, that's what you're paying for. As you can see in this machine, it has a storage of 10 gig of storage. And that's what we are going to, we are paying for. Okay, it's not free, this one. So I'm going to just delete it. To delete, you come here and you make sure that you select the machine. Clearly, it's been tagged the name of the Cloud9, AWS Cloud9 to delete, the one that you created and you called it to delete. They've tagged the EC2 instance with the name and the ID of the Cloud9 to make sure that you know that machine. You go to instance state and you terminate. Stop means you can stop it, but it will still be there. You will not pay for the machine because it's not running. You only pay for compute when it's running. If it's stopped, you only pay for whatever is attached to it. But terminate will delete it permanently and you can never get it back. So if you've gone in there and done a lot of work, production work, anything that you've done there will go. Even if you call AWS, it will not come back. So remember the difference between stop and terminate, and be careful when you do terminate. Okay. Reboot is self-explanatory. Start is obviously when it's stopped, then the start will be available, and some of them you can hibernate. Hibernate is also kind of stopping, but you're not stopping. in this here, you can go to Google and watch a video about AWS instant states. Just a video. Someone will explain all of this for you. Easy. Explain it all. You need to know. But today we are interested in the terminate because we don't want this machine. When you do terminate, it gives you a lot of warnings. And it makes sure that you're actually terminating the correct one, because of what I said, if you terminate, you can't get it back. So it tells you that you're going to lose everything in the drive and this will be gone. Okay. So yes, I want to really terminate, and then it will shut it down. As you can see, the state has changed from shutting down. And then when it's finished, the state will turn to terminated. Now, you remember this machine is the machine powering this. So if you terminate it, then this IDE environment is no longer going to work. And that's why you can see it's not working, because the machine powering it is gone. If you refresh, it's gone. It's no longer there. But you can still see it anyway, still shutting down, because it was filtered looking for only running instances. And it's terminated, it's gone. Can't find it anymore. This here, I think it will stay here for a day or two with this state terminated. But there's nothing you can do about it. You can't stop it. You can't start it. You can terminate it again. It will not work. But there's nothing you can. You can't start. You can't reboot it. Can't hibernate. You can't do anything. This machine is literally gone. Can't find it anymore anywhere, even in AWS. Jeff Bezos himself cannot bring this back. Okay, it's gone. That's that. But when I delete a machine, I go and find out if the volume that was attached has been deleted. It's also gone. Okay, it's also gone. So the machine has been terminated. If you go to volumes or storage, it's gone. There's nothing. Okay, it doesn't have any IP addresses, nothing. Everything has been gone. It's left everything. Okay, so it's gone. Now, I don't want to keep this AWS account because I called it to delete, so I'm just going to delete it as well. You go to accounts and you delete the AWS account.
Here. Do that too.
Sorry?
Should we do that too? Of the AWS, because you have many.
You can leave it. You can leave it. But I will create another one. If you want to go through the process of creating an AWS account, you can delete and close as many as you want. But remember, the email address, one email address is equal to one AWS account. So you'll have to make sure that you're not using the same email address. So the good thing is an AWS account closed can be back. You can bring it back in the next 90 days. Okay, so you can reopen account reopening. You may reopen your AWS account for 90 days after closure. So what they're doing is they're marking it as closed, but you can reopen it in the next 90 days. Okay. Everything that you used when you close it, they will then send you a final bill and take it from your card that you attached. And you're not going to call them and tell them to bring this back. They will be deleting everything that is in the AWS account. Everything will go, but you have access to it in the next 90 days. Okay. Closing your account will serve you as a notice of termination of the AWS customer agreement to this account. Okay. Now, to do it, they want you to confirm. You need to add your account ID. The account ID is here. It's in the top here. See, they said, are you sure you want to close this account to delete? This is the account ID. So they want you to type it in here. But I copy and paste. Okay. As soon as you do, this then turns orange, and then you can then click delete, and the account is now deleted. It has been marked for deletion. After 3 months, you cannot even log in. It will not be there. Because now I can log in, just that I can't do anything in this account. So can't go to EC2. Let me see. what would you say? Well, it's still allowing me to be in EC2. I probably will not be able to create anything. It's telling me a lot of errors as well. Can I do a Cloud9? No. It will give you errors until you reopen it. Let me see, create an account. No. Hey. You see, it doesn't want even me to select anything. The account is deleted. It's just available for you to log in, but until you reopen it, you can't create anything more. Can't do anything more. It didn't give me, but it gave me. I can choose this. If I continue, what would happen? Create. It will not, because there's no VPC in the account. They've deleted everything. Nothing will work. Okay, so the account is gone. Well, it's on this way going. Okay. This obviously doesn't work anymore, so that's it. I think they will send you an email to say that your account is being deleted. I think. Getting started in a cost. They will send you an email. Anyway, anybody has any questions? That's the end of today. Let me stop recording. Oh no, let's keep the recording until the questions are all answered. Anybody has any question? Did anybody get to that stage? Have you deleted your AWS account and the Cloud9, or you're keeping it?
Well, I terminated the Cloud9, but the account not yet. I'll go through it then and decide.
Yeah, you can keep the account because we will need it for next week. We need it for next week, unless you want to create another one yourself. Remember, next week requirements are: you need an AWS. You would need everything in week 1. So without these two, I think you cannot continue. Is that clear?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So next week I'll send an invite, and for that course, what you need is the resources that we created in week 1. Okay. And then we can continue. All right, guys. Thank you very much.
And the other £1, if you create more, they will just deduct more, or they will return it, as you say that they will return.
All of them will be returned. If you go to your bank account now, go and check what happened to your bank account.
All right.
If they took the money or not, you know. Let me check mine, because obviously yesterday we created one. Let me check. Today, what happened to my account? They took $86. So I created 3 accounts. They took $86, $86, and that's it. They're not going to continue. They will literally cancel that payment, more or less. It's not gone through. It's still pending. That's what it says here. Yesterday's is still pending. Today's is still pending. I think they will wait for the account to close before they close it completely. Yeah, but it's $1 actually. I will just put $1 because they are taking the equivalent in pounds, so it's $1. All right, thank you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll find a way to see how we can use our logins, but remember we have a chat in Teams, and because the recording, where is the recording? Let me stop the recording. The recording will be available in this chat